intro.
Philippines. Strickland at the break, and the cue ball flies off the table.
Well, that wasn't very fortunate for Earl. It was a bad time to lose his focus on the break. But you play this long, and you're bound to have times when that occurs. And Efren certainly scratched on the break a few times as well. When you play this volume of games, the luck has a chance to balance out pretty good.
And, well, for such a long time, Efren was waiting for that to happen, and it seems that everything is evened out here in the closing stages of this match.
Yeah, for the longest time, it seemed like he was never going to get a chance to really exert himself. He was going to have to always fight from deep down in the hole. Made a nice shot there. Had just enough speed that he wouldn't scratch. And the layout of these three balls is nearly identical to what Strickland had last track. We got a problem, maybe. It's negotiable. He's going to hit slightly downward on the cue ball. We no longer have any problems.
That has been adequately addressed by Efren Reyes, who now takes another one-game lead and 2 games away from snatching the $100,000 US pot from Earl Strickland. Score 118 Efren Reyes, 117 Earl Strickland.
The fans all have big grins on their face. If you look around, they're just so happy to see this match come down like this. No one expected it to end up not being a decisive victory for one player or the other. Yep. Now, Efren's lost its power on the break a little bit. The 3-ball will be right now the early stopping point in the rack. Strickland's lost the cue ball here, and he may scratch it. Yeah.
Oh.
Had he moved the balls, we'd have had a problem there. Would have had to result in a loss of game. A very foolish thing to do at this juncture of the match.
Well, in that interview,
Oh, ever missed with ball in hand now.
That interview you made with Earl Strickland earlier, he said he didn't care, and you should just try to live up to that statement.
No, this man has some problems. Or if he doesn't, then the whole world does. However you want to look at it. That's his viewpoint anyway. Now we're getting some turnovers here. It's really a shame to see the attitude dictate the quality of play deteriorate at this stage of the game.
It certainly leaves a bad taste in the mouth, Mark.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Well, he may be out of his control. The one made a terrific shot. Really, to this point, well, even now, there's never been a match played at this high of pace or level, or this many games. Have anything happen to that between now and the conclusion is just a terrible shame. There really won't be a loser here tonight. Now the only problem here is Efren doesn't want to have to play a combination. He's confronted with a situation where he nearly has to go for the combination. He will try to get the cue ball near the rail on the opposite side of the side pocket from where the cue ball rests now. Well, he's going into the ball. He's going to break him out. And that was a pretty dicey maneuver. Now he's going to have to use a big stroke to get over on the opposite side of the table because he's so straight in. Well, he's not going to quite get there. He's clearly feeling the heat of the moment. He's lining up to make a very thin cut shot. He's made it. He's made it. And Efren will be the first to reach 119.
Yes. A 2-game lead and just 1 game to go for Efren Reyes. And a tremendous comeback in this game.
Well, he really had to use some determination to get out that rack, and I guess you see why he's the master. He broke those balls out when he wouldn't have had to do that. But he knew the probabilities of him getting proper position for the combination and making it versus the going the way that he did, and he knew there was some risk in both, and he chose the one that was the best option. And that's a case where, although I told you earlier, I second-guessed his opinion on a shot. For sure he did the right shot. Well, Efren has failed to find the mark here. It appears that he's Earl's gone in to give up a stroke. He's absolutely gone in to give up a stroke. This is ludicrous. He's going to scratch on this shot. and justifiably so. Yeah. Even though he made those 2 balls, neither one of those was the proper way to play it, and he was just he's absolutely given up. Yeah. His only way to win there was if the pull downs would have just dipped down and give it to him, because he was in no mind frame then.
Well, the crowd is certainly turned against Earl Strickland.
Well, I don't think that's really, I don't look at it that way. I think he's turned them against him.
Yeah. But as Earl Strickland said in that interview you conducted with him earlier, he doesn't care.
Oh no, he cares. I have to disagree. He wouldn't go through all this tirade, and he wouldn't wait till he got to 117. No. He cares very dearly. He cares too much.
Earl Strickland had a 17-game lead right after a 30-minute break, where most of the people here just didn't give Efren Reyes a chance to come back.
I'm absolutely out of words.
Efren Reyes wins it. He wins it. And I'm not going to say anything else, Mike. Efren Reyes has just said it all for us. We'll have the awarding ceremony in just a short while.
What an exciting match. Yeah. The outcome of this. Okay. For sure. I think everybody here had all their money's worth tonight, and let's have one more round of applause for both great players. Very good. Yeah, lucky. Yes, you can play. Congratulations. For winner of the $100,000 prize and the title of the greatest 9-ball player on earth, Efren Reyes, you truly define champion. Congratulations, my friend. And now let's have Bob come up and have a word, maybe hand out some money.
Well, I'm renowned for short speeches, actually. I think Mark said it all, really. Who would have envisaged such a result, such an ending, such a comeback? This was done for pool. I mean, it might sound a cliche, but both players won tonight. Both held their heads high. Before the match, I did state that I would be holding almost certainly another event. Well, I can state that I almost certainly will not, and that is because a match a century is a match a century. Let's give another round of applause for the players. They made this possible.
Well, I guess it's time to present the check. We want Bob up here, right? Bob, I know we wanted you for some pictures. Get Bob up here for some pictures.
Then on the other side, please.
Would you mind all moving along that way? We've got rather nasty light in the background. Thank you very much. That's perfect. Okay, can we have Bob and Efren next door to one another, please? Thank you. Okay, and can you tip it forward a little bit? That's good. All right. Okay, here we go. Big smiles this way, please. Big smiles everywhere. Here we go. Oh, great. Thank you.
Thanks again to everyone for making this a special weekend for me. Get Efren to say a word.
That's super.
Maybe we can just get one word with Efren here. I'm sure that won't be much more than that.
I would like to thank the one watching us, and of course the one who putting on this event, and of course our sponsor, Jose Compete Puyat. Thank you very much.
All right. Well done. We'll see everybody in March at the World Cup. Let's party.